What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and this is going to be your Love and Marriage Huntsville review, episode 1. It's the premiere. Um, Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by, and we can get started. All right. Okay. So we are at Scott Manor. Marsau is telling us that Scott Manor is at a standstill. We like the new intro. I forgot about that. I like the new intro. We see Destiny is in the intro as well without her husband. We find out why later. Scott Manor is at a standstill. Marsau's letting us know they can't lay the foundation. It's been raining a lot. He also says that LaTisha keeps changing the plans, and then that keeps moving the date. They talk about Kimmi's relationship with Tisha and saying right now Kimmi is still at a no. She does not want to move on to any land near Tisha. You got to understand it was a strained relationship. And he's like, well, what is Tisha saying? And she's basically saying the way that Marsau described it was that she had some failed expectations, right? And Martell and Tisha are similar, is what Marsau is letting us know, where they are quick to respond and they don't really think before they respond. They're too quick. So he said LaTisha, or what's her name? What's the girl name? LaTisha? Tisha, what are we calling her? Kamisha? What is the girl's name? It's LaTisha. LaTisha and LaTisha and Martell are similar. Yikes. Talking about, they had a little small talk about child, they gonna kill me with these names. Marsau had a conversation about Martell being on the Strawberry Letter and how he apologized, and he was like, okay, he apologizes one day and the next day he's acting a fool again, so the best apology is change behavior. It just doesn't seem like he's owning it. That's what he says, right? I agree. I don't think he's owning it. But we'll see how, back then, and we're talking about back then, I don't think that he was owning it back then. I agree with Kimmi. I still agree with Kimmi. I don't want to move anywhere near you, Tisha. I'm sorry. I just don't. And I love Kimmi. Like this episode, I was like, I fucking love Kimmi. I'm sorry. I love when you talk about a woman who has clear boundaries. She's doing good. She's doing good. So Melody, we get to Melody. She says that since she's been divorced, she's been loving getting in touch with herself more. Destiny is over there and she's bringing out drinks and they're sitting down and giving a toast to a new normal, right? She calls her Miss Holt at one point, and like I said on Twitter yesterday or today, and y'all are probably gonna hate me for this, I really feel like the boss move, that Melody should have changed her last name back to her original surname. I really think that would have been the ultimate boss move, because Martell is so arrogant that you keeping his last name, I don't know. It would have to sever all like connection. And I know a lot of, my mother did it. She kept her last name when she divorced my father. I think his second wife kept her last name when she divorced him. But I know a lot of people say like, oh, I want my kids to have the same last name. For paperwork purposes, it's too much. What paperwork? It's the same paperwork you filled out to change it. So I don't know. And then like all the documents that you would have to change and stuff like that, and the da 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 da. So a lot of people have different reasons for keeping last names, but I feel like the ultimate boss move, especially with a narcissist, is to eliminate. I don't even want your last name. I'm good. You can keep it. Keep it all. Keep it all. They said now they understand. She understands what she wants. She has a low tolerance. When you're going through things and you experience what you don't want, you realize what you do want, right? I've had those revelations over and over and over again. Some really just real recent. Yeah, real recent. And you know what you don't want and what you will tolerate and this and that. And she lets, Destiny lets Melody know that she had lunch with Kimmi, and that Kimmi was trying to ask her some personal questions. And she was like, well, what was she trying to ask you, about LeBaric? And she was like, I guess she was asking me, trying to figure out what was going on, but she had asked some other people, and other people, they like to spill your tea, right? You think you're going to get some tea from somebody else. And she goes, well, let me tell you my tea, girl. My tea is that my divorce was finalized a month ago. Melody was like, girl, what? Yeah, she said her divorce was finalized a month ago. And Melody was kind of like, why didn't you tell me? Why did you go through this by yourself? And she says, well, because you were going through your own thing. I didn't want to, everybody got shit going on. So a lot of times your friends do go through shit on their own because they feel like you got shit going on, I got shit going on. But to Melody's point, that's what friends are for. We're supposed to be there in the bad times and the good times, and we're supposed to be there. And I understand that you wanted to go through this on your own, but, I wish you would have allowed me to be there for you. And then Destiny, in her interview, she basically says, I probably should have told people when it happened, because now I'm at a different place and now everybody's responding like, oh, girl, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I wonder why she didn't tell anybody. Well, she said she wanted to go through it on her own. She felt like she needed to have that experience on her own. And she said, for you, when you signed your divorce papers, it was probably very hard for you because of the longevity in your relationship. But for me, when I signed, I was just like, it was like a ray of sunshine for me. It wasn't the same thing. And she said it wasn't enough for her to miss. Their baby is only 9 months old. I'm trying to understand what happened between Destiny and LeBaric, because the only clips that they showed was something very trivial about taking a person's last name, right? We just talked about Melody changing her last name. And this man is saying to you that, my last name is very important to me. Okay, it's important to you, but my last name is important to me. So if you're in a dilemma where your husband is like, I want you to take my last name, and she's like, well, I only have my mother and my brother. My brother's dead, and it's just I don't want to change my last name. What do you do? Is that enough for a divorce? So I can't imagine that somebody would get a divorce over that. But she said after she had the baby that he wasn't very hands-on, and even they showed a clip and Melody was like, what? Because Melody has a different experience. Melody can't understand when somebody says that their husband or their ex-husband is not taking care of the children. She doesn't get that because that's not her experience. So, but there's something, I don't know what happens, and I'm reading a lot of different things where women are saying that after they have children, something happens between the man and the woman. And maybe it's because you're not giving him the attention anymore. And now I would hate to think that someone was jealous of a baby who is just like, you made me. I don't know what you mad that I'm here for. And you acting funny because I'm here. I'm just a baby, goo goo gaga, nigga. I'm just, you brought me here. Now you acting funny with mommy. Child, I don't know. This edible might kick in. I got these edibles. Let me show y'all. Can you see? See? They're vegan, but they're called Blood Orange Bliss. Enhanced nanomolecular gummies. They said they're fast acting, and so let's hurry up and get through this review. Okay. Because it might get a little funny up in here. All right. So Marsau, Mila calls Marsau on the phone and she wants some potato chips. Okay. She wants some potato chips, and she know the one that's not round. That's the potato chip she wants, okay? Marsau. And it was so cute that she was like, can I search it up? Because that's what my sons used to say when they were little. Can I search it up? Yes, you can search it up, baby. She sent him a picture of the chips that she wants. I sent it. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was so cute. So Kimmi comes over to Marsau's office, and she has her meal prep. She's a meal prep fairy or whatever. It's been since Tisha has been busy getting her master's, that her second master's, okay, let's be clear, her second master's, that she's been making food for him. And I thought that was really nice. I thought that was really nice. Like, even though we ain't cool, I know you're going to be going to get your master's and your second master's. Okay, let me be very clear. Your second master's, and your husband is not going to be, you're not going to be able to cook for him and da da da. So I'll do that for you. I'll make some meals for him so he doesn't have to do. I think that was really nice, even though I think he can make his own motherfucking food. But I think that's a very nice gesture that Kimmi extended to her sister-in-law, okay, to help take care of her brother-in-law. So he turns around and he asks Kimmi, would she help him throw Tisha a surprise graduation party? She said immediately, no. I said, I know that's right. Absolutely not. What? The way y'all be talking about me? No, I'm not helping y'all. I love it. I love Kimmi. I love Kimmi. I love Kimmi. He says, I think it would be a way for you to extend an olive branch. She said, I'm not the one to be extending no olive branch. What are you talking about? No, I'm not helping. Y'all be talking about me crazy. That's not cool. So, no, I'm not going to help. Well, why don't you ask her mama? Why don't you ask Wanda? He was like, well, Wanda's going to be out of town. He planned it so they could have the party while Miss Wanda is out of town. Marsau ain't shit. He is not. It's funny, but it's not, because he has a little comic relief to the way he's talking. And it just goes to the trope, like, you don't get along with your mother-in-law, but she be dead serious. And he be playing a game with that lady, and she be dead ass serious. So that's why I think it's funny, but it's not, because why would you plan? Like, it's kind of messed up. Like, do y'all think that's messed up for him to plan Tisha's surprise graduation party and not invite her mother, but he invited her father? So I don't think do she get along with the dad? Or wait a minute. Oh, she had another man. That was last season, or that mid-season that they played during quarantine, and she had a man, but she didn't want to get married to. Anyways, we're not talking about Miss Wanda. Anyways, so she's going to be out of town. So Kimmi was like, oh, so you planned it like that? They were dying laughing. He says, I'm willing to, she says she's willing to help. She'll make the sides and he'll do the grilling. And so she was like, okay, I'll help you. I'll help you. But, you know, you need to ask her mama to help. And she said, you know how you do. You like to ask and then you leave, right? They want to make sure they can put the damn basket on your back and then they leave. Anyways, so Tisha's sitting with her cousin Kiki. They're trying on shoes or whatever. And she already knows about the surprise graduation party. She was like, I overheard him talking, so I already know what's going on. I'm supposed to act like I don't know. So her cousin Kiki asked, is Kimmi gonna come to the party? And she's like, I really don't know. And she announces that she's getting her second master's. Congratulations, Tisha, for getting your second master's in, I think it's some real estate or commercial real estate or some type of real estate, something she's getting it in. So congratulations to her for getting her second master's. And did you notice that Marsau said she is the most educated person in our household? Yeah, we know. We see the numbers. We see the numbers, nigga. We see the numbers. Shout out to the divas out there getting all their damn degrees and letters behind their motherfucking names. Shout out to y'all. Congratulations for all your hard work, tenacity, and focus. I know it's hard. Kudos to y'all. So shout out to Tisha for getting her second master's degree. So she just basically says she is looking forward. She's in a different place. She wants to be in a good place when things are working out for you. You just don't really want to dwell in the past and hold on to anger. You just want to move past everything. Oh, she said she's not going to keep bringing it up. We'll see. We'll see, girl. We'll see, girl. So what happened after that? I don't know. This camera direction is really messing with me because I keep seeing the reflection. I don't know if I'm looking at y'all or not. So we'll figure something out. I'm trying to get a space. Anyways. So we see Martell. He's getting out of the truck with his box. He's talking about how his divorce is final and he's a free man. And he's walking into Destiny's beauty supply store. Shout out to Destiny for being a Black beauty supply store owner. We know that it's not very many Black people own beauty supplies. So shout out to her for being a owner. I know it's not very many. I know that you guys exist. I know that there are Black beauty supply store owners, but there's not a lot. I think the Koreans have a handle on that. Is that the Koreans or the Vietnamese? No, the Vietnamese is the nails. The Koreans got the beauty supplies, I believe. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But they got a corner on that. And they be treating people like shit. So the more Black beauty supplies that we have, I'm just going to be honest. We got beauty supplies that we have, the better. Right? Okay, anyways. So, she says that the baby is 9 months old. Oh, my God. Milani's first day of school. She wants to know why Martell posted a picture and said, and the caption said, 4 down, 1 more to go. It was a picture of him with Milani on her first day of school. So he took her on her first day of school, and his caption was a cute little caption. But at the end of the caption, it said 4 down and 1 more to go. So Destiny thinks it's like, Destiny thinks it's too soon. And she also thinks that it's a lack of empathy because, these things just happen. He was like, no, it didn't just happen. It's happened enough to where we are divorced. So nothing just happened. And he says, I'm claiming all my kids. I'm daddy. And that's my business, what I post on my Instagram. And I'm going to live my life. Melody is living her life. I'm living my life. I dropped my kid off. I got 1 more to go to drop off. I don't even know. Honestly, from my perspective, I don't even know why Kimmi had not Kimmi. What's the girl's name? Destiny. I don't even know why she had an opinion on that. Like, why would you even have an opinion on that? Do y'all think that was weird for him to do that? Do you think that Destiny was right in saying that it's too soon for him to post a picture and use that caption to say 1 more to go? We know how Martell is, right? And we know, right? We don't know, like, he might be doing it to get a rise out of somebody, but it's not like he's making anything up. It's true. Melody probably doesn't even look at his Instagram. So you're getting mad for her. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. So she was like, what's in your little box? Because you talking shit. I don't even want to hear what you talking about. What's in your little box? So he opens his box. He's taking out these products, shea butter or body butters, and he's taking out. And she was like, so what's going on? What is this? And he tells her that he is promoting these products that he's looking to become 20% partner in. And Destiny's like, you don't have a contract yet? So you over here peddling products for people and you don't have anything on paper yet? And he was like, well, basically, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm part of the business. This is a Black-owned business, so I am going to promote it. And she was like, okay, I get it. But she was like, but you're doing it for free. Like, basically, like, why you don't have any paperwork in place? And then Destiny goes, basically, I really think that Melody was the brains behind the business because you wouldn't move like this if you were the brains behind the business. You don't start peddling products for people and you haven't signed any contracts and know how much you're going to get when these products sell. So maybe Melody was the brains and Martell was the brawn. Shady. Y'all ain't shit. So he goes, how's LeBaric? I thought it was interesting when he was like, I'm trying to get back right. Like, I'm trying to get back right. Because I do think that he felt that divorce. I believe that Martell felt it. Like, felt it for real. And so he kept saying I keep calling her Kimmi, Destiny. He keeps saying to Destiny, I'm just trying to get back right, Destiny. I'm just trying to get back right. Like, stall me out a little bit. I'm trying to get my shit back together. You know what I'm saying? That's how he was coming off. And then he asked, how's LeBaric? And she was like, well, it's in God's hands, so it don't matter. It's in God's hand. And he was like, well, you got to put the work in. And she said, well, did you put the work in on your marriage? And he said, I was married 10 years. You wasn't even married I was married, 12 years to Melody? How long were you married? Like, what are you talking about? So she was like, see, that's why you getting the divorce now, because you got too much mouth. I do not like Martell. I do not like Martell. I do not like Martell Holt. That's why you getting a divorce now, he tells her, because you got too much mouth. And then Destiny goes, so I got too much mouth, and you could say your opinion, but I can't say my opinion, and you can't handle mouth? Y'all just can't handle, all of this woman. That's what she was saying. And then he was like, in his interview, I think women should allow men to be men and women be women. Otherwise, you're going to end up alone or end up with a weak man. What? I'm not going to fool with Martell this season. I'm not going to fool with that misogyny. I'm not going to do it. What? So she got too much mouth. You are having a conversation, and all of a sudden she has too much mouth for stating her opinion. And so women should allow men to be men. And what is that? What does that mean? I would like to know what he means by that. What does that mean? Because I have an idea, but I don't want to come off any kind of way by putting words in his mouth. So I would really like to know what Martell means by let a man be a man and a woman be a woman. Because what you really thought a woman was supposed to do was allow you to cheat on her, have another baby, and stay married and not get a divorce. Right? Because you see in the previews, he says, you planned our divorce. Nigga, what do you think? You think it was... Girl. Anyways, Melody says she's making moves. She's making videos. Her song is out. She's going to seize the opportunities, any opportunities that is given to her. And she's on this conference call with her publicist and things like that. And then all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, and she tells them, let me call you back. I got a knock on the door. And it's Chris, the developer. So Chris sits down with Melody, and he asks her, would she be interested in the 47 acres, in building homes, manufactured homes on the 47 acres. Custom homes, not manufactured homes, custom homes. They're going to build about 40 single family homes. They're closing soon. The deal is moving forward. And she was like, I guess he sees that I'm building my personal empire. I love that about Melody. I really do. I just really think the damn cherry on top would have been changing her name back. Ugh, that would have been sickening. Sickening. But to each his own. They are looking to get started within 45 to 60 days, which is really fast. And the houses are going to be selling for about $250,000 and up, which is good. She's like, okay, good price point. Did you tell Martell? Because I don't want him to be in his feelings and in his ego about this. And, I don't want any problems with him. She's taking his feelings into account because she don't want any problems with him. And he says, no, he hasn't talked to him yet, but he's not going to blindside him. He will tell him. I'm trying to understand why Chris is offering this to Melody. The only thing that I can think of is that he wants to help her because she is a single mother of 4 children. And I think maybe he wants to help her. I would hope, okay, I don't know, but I would hope that would be the reason. What do you guys think the reason that Chris is offering her this opportunity, and why, and do you think it's in good character to do something like that? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, why would he do that? And the only, like, good thing that I can pull from it right now, and we'll find out later, but the thing that I can pull from it right now is that he just wants to help her. She's a single mother. She can do it. It's not like he's giving her a handout or anything like that. I feel like you know how Melody works. You know how she handles her business. You know that it won't be no bullshit happening. And you can count on her. She's demonstrated that. You've worked with her before. So maybe that's it. What do you guys? You guys let me know what you think. So the surprise barbecue graduation party happens. Tisha's brother T-Man and her cousin starts talking to Kimmi about what is going on between her and Tisha. And they're basically like, you know, Tisha is sensitive, and, you know, my mom is sensitive too. And I feel like if you know people are sensitive, or if you're a sensitive person, why do you come in terrorizing the place if you so sensitive? So you can come in and be Osama bin Laden, but I gotta be Mother Teresa? Absolutely not. I'm gonna be Saddam Hussein. Okay. He says, you know, I think there's a difference of opinion, but in regards to having her back. So they're bringing up that first reunion where they were talking about, where they lied. Tisha says she wasn't talking about Kimmi. Tisha said she wasn't talking about Melody. Tisha said she wasn't talking about Melody, and Kimmi said they were. So Kimmi told the truth. And I guess she was supposed to lie so that it could match what Tisha answered before her. Really? And that's the problem that I have with Tisha, is you have these expectations that you can't ask that of somebody. I don't know. You want her to lie with you? Y'all was talking about Melody. Why lie about it? Stand in your shit. What are you lying about it for? You talked about her. Stand in it. So they get on her about that. And it was funny when they were like, you think I was talking about when the question about Melody Holt, and everybody at Melody's table looked around like, what girl? She was like, oh Lord, here we go. Like, here we go, child. And she says, so do you think that I was talking about Melody Holt? Yes or no, Kiki? Yes, I do. Okay, so then why would I lie? I told the truth. Sound like you should get on LaTisha about lying. Right? Wouldn't that make sense? Girl, why did you lie? Instead of telling me, why didn't you lie to have my sister's back in a lie? No. Or my cousin or whoever. Girl, no, we're not doing that. But then you could talk Kimmi, like Kimmi said later. I don't know what scenario she was talking about, but evidently somebody was talking about Kimmi, and they did not have her back. They did not have her back. So she was not happy about that. Oh, did you see the other family members question Marsau about the other side of the tracks comment? They was on his ass. But he came back and was like, okay, y'all was on the other side of the tracks, but there was times I was homeless. So, anybody else got anything else to say? I was like, what can you say after that? You making fun of us for being on the other side of the tracks, but then you turn around and tell us you were homeless at one point. There's nothing we can say. Bitch, that ain't nothing we can say. You were on the tracks, okay? So Kimmi and Tisha have their conversation. And basically, they were just saying, you know, I thought we were closer than that. I don't have any sisters. So, you know, that's why I wanted to be close to you, because I don't have any sisters of my own. And I had expectations of you that you didn't have of me. She used the same phrasing, so you could tell that her and Marsau have been talking about this, because that's what he said at the beginning of the episode, that LaTisha had expectations of Kimmi that Kimmi it wasn't reciprocal. She had expectations of her that she didn't fulfill. And so you could tell that they have been having a conversation about that. But then she says, you know, and I realize we're just different. I value family. I was like, ooh, see, that's why you know Tisha ain't dumb. She's not dumb. She's not dumb. And she says, I can't expect you to be me. And then she says, I need to know that you care. I need to know in your actions that you care. Because if you're one of those friends that say, I love you and I care about you, and I don't ever hear from you and you don't check on me, then it's safe to say that we aren't as cool as, right? So this is what Tisha is expecting. So Kimmi tells this story about the time nobody defended her. I don't know what story she was talking about. Can y'all help me out in the comments? I was like, what is she talking about? I was lost. Somebody was calling her names or something like that. And she's like, you didn't have my back. So I'm trying to figure out how you expect these things from me, and you can't extend me the same courtesy of having my back when I need it. So I figured that LaTisha is spoiled. That's what she says. And maybe we contributed to that. Maybe you did. Maybe you did contribute to her being spoiled. But she says, you're requiring what I'm not getting, so I don't understand it. And then, Tisha started crying at a point. She's sensitive, right? She's sensitive about her shit. And she was like, well, how do we move forward? She says, I just felt that we were better than that. And I don't want to keep talking about the past. So hopefully they don't keep talking about it, but it doesn't look like they don't stop talking about it. This is what I'm gathering, is that, well, and what we said last season is that LaTisha wants blind loyalty. That's what she wants. She wants blind loyalty. Whatever I say, however I show up, if I leave, you leave. If I'm going off on the bitch, you going off on the bitch too. Stuff like that. I don't think that that's fair. And I think that Kimmi is her own person. That's another reason why she doesn't want to move onto a plot of land with you, because you're that type of person that will be over all the trying to be over all the time, not leaving when, stuff like that. Like, you want to be like this with Kimmi instead of like this. Like, two people, you want to be like this. And Kimmi doesn't operate like that.